Anyone who knows me knows that I'm super thrifty when it comes to food, especially cheese, because it can be really expensive. The great thing about harder, more aged cheeses is that even when they get a little bit spoiled, you don't have to throw the whole piece of cheese away. These tips for shopping, storing, serving, and things to look for with hard cheeses apply across many gateways. Things in the Havarti gateway, the Manchego gateway, cheddar, Swiss, Parmesan. It's going to apply to all of them. Here's what you need to know. Because these are hard cheeses, you need something that you can really cut into and dig into the cheese with. So you don't want a sort of delicate, thin bladed little knife. I've actually snapped blades trying to cut really aged cheeses, and that's like a cocktail party drama that you don't want in your life. So use a sturdy, thick, wide bladed knife when you're serving these cheeses. I even use this, which is actually meant for opening oysters, which I'm terrible at, but it makes a really, really great tool with a super aged Gouda or a Parmigiano Reggiano, something that's really grainy. You can use it to just like dig out nuggets of cheese, and that's a cool way to serve it. You don't have to worry about getting perfect pieces. Because these cheeses are aged, they have less water in them, that makes them more durable, and they're not gonna exhibit signs of spoilage for several weeks. Hard cheeses are the ones that are most likely to already have signs of spoilage at the store. What you don't want to see is surface mold. That would be little spots or flecks of mold on the cut surface of the cheese. I'm not talking about the rind, I'm talking about the part that's up against the plastic wrap. Commonly, you'll see blue, green, or white mold. If you see a piece of cheese at the store that looks like either of these, don't buy it. It's been sitting there wrapped in plastic for a really long time. These are both cheeses that I bought at a very popular, high turnover retail store in my town, so it can happen to anybody. That being said, if your cheese starts to look like this after 2 or 3 weeks in your fridge at home, you don't have to toss the whole piece of cheese. Cheesemongers do something called facing. That's when you take a small, thin, sharp bladed paring knife and you actually scrape the mold off the exposed surface of the cheese. I actually face my cheese even if it doesn't have surface mold on it. When I buy a hard cheese that's been wrapped in plastic, I unwrap it before I serve it and I face it because that exterior often tastes like plastic. So you can face whether it's moldy or not. That being said, at home, if it gets moldy, you simply face the exterior, you scrape the mold off, and you can totally consume the cheese underneath. It's not bad, it's not gonna make you sick, and probably it costs $6, $7, or $10, so don't throw it away. To prevent this from happening, what you wanna do is keep your cheese as tightly wrapped as possible so that the air can't get to it. I find Ziploc bags are the best way to do that. I put the cheese in, I suck the air out, and the cheese will keep really well for several weeks. You can also use plastic wrap, or if you wanna be really, really conscientious, you can wrap your cheese in parchment and then wrap it in an overlay of plastic wrap. That way you'll avoid any chance of plastic tasting cheese. Finally, you can buy cheese paper, which is an amazing thing. A lot of boutique cheese shops sell it. It keeps the cheese beautifully, but it's gonna be more expensive and it's not reusable. Those are tips and tricks when it comes to hard cheeses across the Havarti, Manchego, Cheddar, Swiss, and Parmesan gateways. Happy eating.